I'm looking to Stormer on the bat. Two explosive mids that can come out in this match. They have to deal with each other. No time dilation.
Going for it, Armel. He's going to be able to get the pullback underneath the tower. Stormer's going to go for that last minute dive. Will he get the kill first? He will. First blood picked up, and he will die in return as DJ's TP completes. But the important part is he got the solo mid kill first, gets the solo experience, and keeps that Storm Spirit out of contention of the level 6.
Meanwhile,
so an early smoke from Stormer up to this top lane, Palos. I mean, he sticks around here for much longer. It's a guaranteed death. All they need is the slow, and yeah, he's done so. They're gonna bump him back. They don't even necessarily need the lasso, but he'll blow it anyway.
All right, sends a little message, perhaps.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would have saved it for later, but and no early dilation point, no chrono up yet. Pure doesn't really have much interest in being the aggressor in these situations. He just wants to get his farm.
Those rotations a little bit late to secure the 8-minute power rune. It's picked up by Stormer, but they can still get the kill. The arena locking them in. They do have Stormer stuck. Fishman's going to go for the TP out, but they're both dead. FNATIC pick up the double for Armel.
Absolutely beautiful rotation from Jab. He might think about fast orchid in this game if he's really feeling himself. I can see it do some damage. It's an unconventional item for Storm in a lot of these situations. You'd usually go Kaya first. Anything's possible.
Farming a big old stack, and Stormer says, how you doing? I'll take that hero kill, and I'll take your stack too.
FNATIC wants some revenge, want to defend their ward.
Do manage to get the bushwhack, quickly release as Armel cuts down the tree, but it doesn't matter. They've still got him dead to right.
Take the Roshan.
This 3-man smoke, if he can get the silence onto Armel, and he does. Chronosphere onto 2. The Omni Knight throws what he can, but is it enough to save the Storm? It is. He's getting the jump away, and he's got plenty of mana to work with. Jen Welsh might be the victim here as he's going to be pulled back in by the lasso. This time, Stormer will use it to great effect to get this kill. It's going to take a while, though, and now Armel is going to come right back in. They're going to try and blow up the Face's Void, but they didn't quite have the damage. Now he gets hit by his stun. He looks to zip away, but he doesn't make it in time. The Fishman 5 takes him down. They're going to jump for it. They're going to go for Stormer who had the BKB. They forced it out of him, and Armel should not get caught by this, but he does get caught by the Chronosphere. Lights the damage in the sniper. He's the first one down. Stormer's going to get the lasso immediately afterwards, see if they can kill the Stormsphere, and it looks like they should be able to get him. No, the heal comes out, and Armel's able to get away. Janwell still inside the arena, will die, but he successfully saved his mid laner. Jabs and Stormer, they're gonna run into each other. It's the lasso that hits first. Stormer, he's gonna be caught by the bushwhack though.
No one else is here.
Nailed, but the BKB goes out first. There was not gonna be that spear in time. Now the Chronosphere, it's gonna come through, catching the 2 supports. They do have Jabs trying to control the rest of the cores, but the 2 supports are already dead, and the Stormsphere is being caught by the silence of Katomi. He managed to bring down a core by himself, and now it's just free pickings. The rest of Entity is looking to be able to run down everybody else. Palos, the old Guardian Angel's gonna run out eventually. And now he falls. Even a support Fishman Sven is tough to bring down, as he's just going to be able to walk it off even after the buybacks of FNATIC.
Some gold per minute.
Yeah.
FNATIC farming 0 camps right now.
And now they got a lasso.
Nice
Immediately going to be denied, but they do get the Chronosphere. Oh, and the BKB goes off just before the bushwhack, so we can ensure the Omni Knight kill, and sticking on top of Palos as well. Palos, they don't really have any damage to threaten Pure, so nothing really going to stop him here. The arena goes out, trying to pin in some heroes. Looks like the Skyrim Mage is going to fall, but Pure's going to keep on trucking. See if he can get the bashes onto Palos. No bashes whatsoever. What's going on here? Does manage to get a time walk back in. Pure, all right, he's going to go ahead and give away that Aegis. Can they do anything about him on the second life? A pin, gets it, perfect timing, blow him up, he is dead. Pure. Questionable move by him, jumping back inside the base, and he just gave...
For this Batrider, so lasso, 80-second cooldown now. And FNATIC, they're smoked around here. Potentially looking to burst Void.
Gonna go for it? No way! A spear immediately pins out, doesn't get the Faceless Void, but the burst damage is almost there. If only they had landed the spear on Pure, it could have been a kill, but Armel is now gonna be the victim of Pure's Chronosphere. They'll turn to the Storm Sphere and finish off Jabs quite easily. And now, utter disaster for FNATIC. At first, they just lost some heroes. Now it's the full team that's gone, and Entity can go straight up for the W.
Pure time. Now you're on a
Let's be careful there. They're
situation.
going to go for the Omni Knight first. They recognize how important he is now.
No
Armel's going to
chrono,
try and
though.
respond. Pull back. They do. Faceless Void actually tanks the damage for the Bat Rider, and now stunned right next to Pure. Palos in huge trouble and just gets burst apart. The instant bash coming out onto DJ as well as he limps his way back to the Fountain of Bushwhacking, will not survive. Burns down in the fire and flames of the Dragon. His entity look to finish out the game now with a straight up tier 4 push. FNATIC, nothing left in the tank it seems. Jabs will do what he can. Maybe they'll get a support or two. But at the end of the day, the cores are still going to be trucking. They're still going to be focusing on the main objective. They'll take the buildings and force the GG out of FNATIC. Game 1 goes to Entity. Heroes for them through and through. It is going to be a tough game 2. We'll see whether or not they're able to bounce back off of what happened in game 1. In your opinion, do you feel like they...
I mean, this mid lane matchup isn't the easiest if you're going to
He's going to go for it, Armel.
What's
the kill? He's got the tornado. Stormstormer tries to throw it. He tried to throw it to the side, I think, to catch Armel, or maybe thought it would be just thrown in front of him to be able to get it, but no. A big mistake from the Stormstormer Invoker, and Armel takes full advantage of it.
DJ's lurking around the corner.
Now, this is something they kind of did set themselves up for, Entity, that is. Do you feel like, would you say they're a team that is less reliant on a strong laning phase?
You say that, and
Pure, he pulls back Jabs into the hook, but that's not going to do him any
good.
And Jabs, he's going to turn into Fishman.
The body box?
Ooh, nice. DJ trying to get in front of him. Ooh, couldn't quite get him in front of him. The second time with the plasma field will ensure the double kill for Jabs. 4-0. Armel, though, is in some trouble. And it looks like the Entity might be able to get a counter kill, but no. Armel lives through it. And Januel, well, now that he's here, it was going to be happening here. Then maybe that's why he popped the Eye of the Storm and just farmed the hard camp. They're now going to try and go to the other side, but oh no! They do manage to get the hook, but at the same time, it looks like the Pangolier is going to die before he gets off the Rolling Thunder. Palos does die off of that hook pick from Pure.
Joker way later, but through a Soul Repeal and all of the AoE control FNATIC has, it's going to be hard.
They get the deny on the tower, but the TP is still coming through from Stormstormer. He'll first collect onto Jabs. Managed to get the Tornado into the Rolling Thunder. They burned him out all of his mana. They should be able to burst him down and be able to pick up the Nyx Assassin. Entity, a full 5-man rotation.
Invoker, this is an investment that Entity wishes they
so
got
the Heroes showed up bottom lane. They make the move into mid, and that is going to pay some serious dividends. Not only are they going to get this kill on a Fishman, top lane, Palos, he gets dismembered into the Sunstrike. Didn't do too much damage, and the hook actually got blocked out by the creeps. So very awkward, certainly going to be lacking in the damage now. In fact, if FNATIC are cutting up, that's why you could see Palos thinking, oh, maybe I can go back in, because big bad Jabs is here in town. Oh, he's got a BKB, and he's gunning for it. This man is absolutely insane. The hook, he got him right through the creeps. What a hit from Pure.
Thought he TP'd out maybe, or I mean, what is this play? I've seen Jabs do insane stuff.
Jabs is by far one of those most bonkers offlaners you'll ever witness. Yeah, maybe at best they could catch Jabs here. Jabs, does he have his BKB back up? He does. So he's actually going to latch on to Stormstormer. The nice hook from Pure saves him, pulls him out of danger. And look at Jabs. He's just walking into them. Now the rest of the team is coming in from the side, but Jabs is already dead. Here comes Palos. He throws out his stun. They chain it onto the Tiny. Looks like he's going to be the first one down. Pure's going to fight this out. He's got his Aghanim Scepter, but Januel doesn't give a damn. In fact, he's amplifying the damage that's now coming out from the Bat Rider. The Flesh Heap is dodging a lot of his damage, though, and he managed to hit the hook. Needs to pull back in. Armel has to recommit to be able to finish off this Pure tanky pudge, but it finally does go down. Now they turn over to Toby, who looks at Palos, does manage to hit the shield crash, not quite enough damage, but maybe Fishman can finish him off. The sun strikes off the mark, and Toby dies, and now Fishman overextended in an attempt to run down Palos, but will pay the price. Relocation abilities.
The fight displacement is Entity's best tool back in this game.
You are dead.
That plus probably some buybacks around their tower. That's what they're hoping for.
DJ finds the opening. It's going to be on to the Pure Punch, so he's pretty tanky. Already down to half health, though. Palos going to start going to the work. Where's the Fishman save? It's denied. Stormstormer, they get in front of him, but Armel is going to make sure he doesn't get it up. Pure actually does get bailed out ever so barely. He gets the TB completed. Thanks to the BKB. Does manage to hit the impale onto Stormstormer's Invoker. Pull him back in with the Razor, laying in the damage. They easily clean up Entity. I mean, without the Pure Punch, what damage is there, really?
He's high ground tomb on the back end as well. No hope
toss
of
back. Really nicely played. Jabs Welcome
Lincoln's
back to deep inside the enemy base, my friend. You've been here a few times, and you're welcome back anytime, says Entity.
FNATIC getting a little too greedy after that team fight when again Pudge, he's still full HP
Now the
here.
avalanche, now another toss back, now another potential hook to be able to finish off this Undying. He dies easily. Hook attempted, but Armel does manage to sidestep that one. Palace is back in. Just casually 3 shots the Oracle. Goes for a finish onto Kentaomi, and he gets it too.
So to me, it tells me you got to dismember this Alc, and they're going to try and burst them with the Sunstrikes. That's your best route at this point.
This Hook does manage to get the dismember, but the unstable concoction stops him. They do have the Lotus Orb out on this Pudge, but a bash is actually coming through. Fear's going to be saved out. Oh, look at him just go to town on a Fishman, and they're still going to pull back this Pudge to his demise. His Jabs starts going to work while the Alchemist, well, he can keep everybody zoned to back. Does get tossed back into the tier 3s, taking a lot of damage. Pure does eventually die here. Finally goes down. The Tombstone's going to be laid out right in front of Entity's base too. So there will be. And everybody else is going to start swarming through from FNATIC. Pure showing himself, DJ immediately goes for it. Spike Carapace into the Impale stun, waiting out the Lotus Orb before you throw out the Unstable Concoction. Does manage to get out the bash. Meanwhile, backlines, they stop the Oracle and prevent him from getting off a good ultimate. They get the hook back. Stormstormer finish off Janwell. Undying will claim the head of Entity, and that is it. GG is called FNATIC. They got absolutely stomped in front of the home crowd in game 1, but they have the spirit, they have the resilience, they bounce back in game.
Bit of a practice run, you know?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They kind of know what their drafts are designed to do. They know how to run it.
I mean, it was a good run up.
You'll take those every time.
All right, Gensing, I know all of you guys, you're gonna be backing FNATIC, but what? Apparently the Legion Commander, just too strong. I mean, when you're able to use that passive appropriately to be able to like put pressure into, oh man, 3 HP or something like that. Instead it's gonna be First Blood going over to Kentaomi. Stones, so Entity a little bit careful about that one. Jab's taking a lot of damage. Toby, can he finish him off with this swipe? It wasn't quite enough. A second one might do it. It does. Secures the kill. Even putting a little bit of damage onto DJ as well. Very nice. Well,
testing the rune, 6 minutes. Do not want to give it to Armel, especially with the level lead Stormstormer has. He has duel already.
You get the duel out. See if they've got the damage. It looks pretty clean. Fishman doesn't even need another round of Purifying Flames. The first duel victory for Stormstormer. Gonna try and catch him. Armel is gonna go for the Flame Break into Lasso. Oh, he doesn't have Flame Break. He's just gonna have to go for the Lasso. And Fishman maybe too far away.
No Oracle.
He doesn't have his ultimate, so yeah, he runs all that distance. But for what, Fishman? You could have never saved him in the first place. You didn't have the ability to do so.
He's gonna get run down. Overextension here from Stormstormer for sure. And their mechanism to do that is the pickoff. It is this Legion Blink into the Skywrath nukes. Ideally take down a core hero, force FNATIC into a numbers position.
The setup hits the Impale, then it'll ensure that the Lasso will chain it and no chance at it in range. A big, big pickoff for FNATIC, which Pure, I mean, he never got baited into going for the tower, but they still got him.
Perhaps reading this play, Entity collapsing mid with 5 heroes, double damage on Pure.
This could be dangerous for FNATIC. They're going to be able to catch Jabs first.
He's the tankiest hero.
But they really don't want to go for him, apparently. And he spots him with the Plasma Field. Disaster for Entity as now Stormstormer, no longer having his blink, is going to be caught by, oh no! Toby rolls through, does manage to get the kill on Jabs, but it's a 1-for-1 trade-off so far. Januel is going to be able to catch up the Fishman, start slowing him down. Armel wants to be able to collect on this kill, but doesn't want to overextend. Good thing too, Pure, he's got a double damage. Nice 2-man stun, the Flame Break. Pure's actually taken a lot here. He still has the Enrage though. And there's not a huge amount of nuking threat to scare him off.
Basher Rush is just, this is a chat build.
Oh, they get the Lasso immediately after. They actually went for the duel, so no cleanse out on the Ursa. The Ursa will turn around and finish off Armel, but he's going to take a lot of damage. The Enrage shrugs off most of it. Now they've got the Magic Immunity out onto him as well. Fishman may end up falling for Jabs, but Jabs will turn and die. Januel is not going to be able to make it out either. Entity, what a turn from them. 3-man stun from DJ. Did that just save FNATIC's 5? No, a blink in from Toby and Pure will finish the job. Pull this team fight way out of Entity's position.
I mean, if you pull this Ursa into a tombstone, sure he respawns, you're still happy though.
Start off with the Rolling Thunder immediately with the chain jump. They're going to finish off the Alchemist nice and quick and clean, or maybe not. The Chemical Range, Pure finishes them off in the end. They do manage to get that one. The Oracle died at the same time, and Pure's going to lose his Aegis, but not before he does a ton of damage to Jabs.
He's
nice Flame Break backwards, and it looks like Jabs surrounded by 4 heroes. What are you going to do with the Basher, son?
Bashing absolutely nobody. Tombstone doing a mad amount of work there, and Armel still has haste rune. And his lasso.
And even better than a high five, it's a lasso.
Basically a team wipe for Entity, losing 5 because Ursa dies twice there. DJ
Back
finding
inside the game, they jumped onto Jabs. They managed to get the duel out onto him. The Razor's pretty tanky though, with the Soul Rift coming out as well. Jabs doesn't go down so easy. They do manage to get a bash out, but he's still alive through all of it. It looks like between the disarms, the lassos, they can't finish the job. Pure has been pulled off, cold off, and now they're going to be able to chase him down. As Pure, no enrage, no save. They're going to use the unstable concoction right on top of him. They immediately cleanse that. Pure turns around, does a little bit of damage where he can, but Armel slows him down. Flame break backwards, and he ticks on out. Katomi going to be chased down as well. FNATIC, a massive victory, a 1-for-4 exchange.
Humongous team fight win. This is right before Roshan is spawning. This is the fight Entity needed to win with Ursa, BKB to try and even secure it. Instead, Jabs just way too tanky. Had a halberd of his own. Double halberd.
Oh no!
When you can just take their base.
Look at DJ. He's trying to cut him off.
He's scouting them all. He might get a crazy initiation here.
He's breaking all the smokes right now. They try and get the initiation, but they
fail.
He gets the spike airbase, the turnaround, and now, oh no, the Razor Jabs gets off the BKB. Stormer is taking too much damage. Turns around. What is he going to do? Not going to duel, that's for sure. Pure, they're going to be able to get the chainsaw out of the Razor. Jabs are going to fall. They can turn on to Palos now.
Pure
can he get the bashes to be able to stay on top? Pure, he's not sure what to do here. They're going to go back in with the duel. They're going to go for the Undying. But what is done from DJ? A 3-man stun, setting it up. The Undying falls, but Palos is still in fighting shape. They do manage to get the pullback lasso onto this Oracle, but all of Entity, they're limping away. Little HP, but they still survive. And now Pure's back in. He smells the blood in the water. With the Alchemist coming back, see what they can do to him. He doesn't have a BKB, he doesn't have a way to stop all this kiting. He turns around, does manage to get a bash. Another stun from DJ! What a save for the false promise though! Pure is still alive. Pure, he has to fight his way out of this one, but there's no chance in hell. The false promise is gonna wear out, and he's just dead. The damage does its trick. The stun, another one goes out. Katomi's trying to run back into the tier 3s, but DJ, ever the hunter, ever the killer, slaying Entity 1 by 1.
Somebody just got a goddamn rampage through impales in that fight. Adam up 5, 6, 7, I don't know. The itemization from FNATIC with the disarms, the Abyssal on Palos, making Pure's life miserable.
They're going to need to change on him here for the Eul Scepter. Oh, that puts the Ursa out of commission, straight up into an impale stun, so they don't get a whole lot of damage during this Rolling Thunder. Stormstormer chases out, but all of a sudden, oh no, they're turned around. They do have the false promise, but Jazz is draining him of all his damage, and he's going to turn it back onto Pure. Pure, oh no, he's being dragged away. He wanted to be able to kill the Razor. Turns on to DJ. That pesky Nisk Assassin will finally die, but a buyback. He's going to be back in the fight soon. Toby trying to run away from Jazz. Will manage to swatch while goes himself out, but the Pure TP out. He does it again. This is a TP god. He gets out just in the nick of time in a situation where it is absolutely darkest for Entity. One more death on Pure.
Line. Absolutely devastating to try and go on. He has Elven Tunic, he has
Radiance. Nice response, DJ, instantly. Uplink Skyface into an impale, into Palos with the Abyssal Bane. Bye-bye, Toby. He does have a buyback. And they've got all their abilities except for the false promise. Still needs a little bit of time there.
DJ feeling the crowd behind him right now. Is hitting every single stun for this team.
They're going to fight the opening Jabs. They go for it, but the Soul Rift, it's not going to be enough heals. They need a little bit more damage. The dual win isn't quite there. Jabs, he's actually going to be walking away from this. Stormstormer goes down. Pure, he managed to get the kill on the Undying, but he's got to walk away from the static link. They do manage to get the Rolling Thunder. Chain setting up this Razor. But you can see Jabs, oh man, he just just doesn't give a damn. He's sticking around through all of this one. Palos, they're going to ignore him for now. Go back to the Razor. The force tap straight into the hand clutches up here. The Eul Scepter wasn't in time. Toby, swashbuckle up in a second. Denied by the Abyssal Blade. They managed to turn around, unstable concoction, lasso into the chain stun on the Pure, and that is it!